YouTube, hello, what's going on? I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing just fine. I just came in from a long drive, obviously, getting ready for work tomorrow. So if I sound a little tired, please forgive me. But I wanted to bring up something that a mistake that I made with this car. So for those of you who's been following the channel over the last, I want to say 3 weeks, you've seen me do a little bit more Miata videos. And usually I try to alternate between the Miata and the 86, but the 86 was actually down for about 3 weeks. And the reason why was because of this thing right here. This thing, oh my God. So what happened was, I'll show you, hold on. Let me open the door, get to this hood so I can explain. Let me show you what happened here. So this was obviously a dumb mistake on my part. No fault of Toyota or Subaru or anybody, but I figured I would make a video, so people wouldn't panic if they did this same thing. So anyways, I was trying to remove the battery at one point 3 weeks ago, trying to take out the seats because I didn't want no airbags to pop off. As you can see, I have custom seats here. I was taking out the seats because I had to put the seat covers on. So again, I'm not mechanically inclined, and I don't mind expressing my lack of not knowing on the internet, because I'm grown and I know that I don't know everything. So I'm okay with telling you guys the mistakes that I've made. I don't really care. So I was trying to unscrew, obviously, the negative side with the wrench. Boom, hit the positive, right? That fuse, well, this one right here blew. So the reason how I knew it blew was, obviously, I did a whole lot of trial and error. I went to the fuse box, and shout out to me, I actually learned how to test the fuse at that same time. I watched a YouTube video. So I went to go buy a fuse tester and tested the whole fuse line, and there was no power in there. And I think my errors on the car were no power steering, no AC. My infotainment system was off as well. So I'm looking at the fuses. I'm like, did they all blow? So I'm testing them in each relay. Let me see if I can open this here. Yep, I can. 1 second. Okay, come out. Hello. There we go. So this whole relay right here was not working. Anyways, this whole relay was not working. And so I was like, okay, the other ones were, but they weren't, they were just fine. But I can't drive without power steering, so the car was pretty much, useless to me at that point. So what I did was I went to Subaru. Well, I went to Toyota first, and seeing if they had I said, okay, maybe they have another replacement part for this that shouldn't cost that much. But I went up there and they couldn't find the part number to this piece right here, which I still can't see a part number. So they had issues with trying to locate the part number for this one. So what happened was, I looked at a video from, I wish I remember what it was. It was from an FA20. It was from an older BRZ, and they had the same issue when they had the whole relay blown out. So I was like, dang, okay. And they said, oh, this is what it's called. It's called a slow blower fuse. So I Googled it and everything, and that particular part came up. I said, oh, great, I can go get this thing. So I go to Subaru and ask for it, and Toyota did the same thing. They sent me the negative side of the that side, the side of the part. And I'm like, dude, I need the positive side with the fuses on it. I thought it's called a slow blower fuse. So I'm confused on how they don't know what this part is and how they can get it. So the alternative from what the guy at Toyota told me was, hey, you can order a whole harness. I'm like, dude, that's probably gonna be like $800-900 bucks. You know, so I was conflicted, and I was like, well, you know, I'm still under warranty. Maybe the warranty cover it, but I mean, again, it's my mistake. So I said, you know what, I'm not gonna do that, because I made the mistake and I blew the fuse. It was on me. So I'm gonna figure out something. So the one that broke, this is the original part, was 120 amps on each side. So that would be 240 together. And at AutoZone, you can go get this one here. It was, what is it, 125 on each side. So it's 5 amps more on each side. So that would be 250, right? So I ended up getting that, and I said, hey, if this works, I'm good, because that was only like $13. I said, if this works, I'm gonna just rock with it until, you know, maybe sometime down the line I can go get this part, it's by itself, and then just replace it back. So I went over there and I was praying. Boy, you don't know how much I was praying on this, but I was like, all right, because my car had already been down 2 weeks by this point. So I was like, okay, let this work. And again, like I said, fellas, I'm not getting mad at the company. It's not reliability issues. It's on me. I made a mistake because I was trying things, which is fine. I'm okay with that. So I was praying that this thing would work. And lo and behold, I set it up. And, you know, I was scared. I pressed that start button, and it came right on with no codes, no nothing. And this was a week and a half ago, right? I've had this thing in here for a week and a half. And as you guys know, I drive about 400 miles a week. So, you know, after I put the part on, I was gonna let the car sit for, you know, for the weekend. I was gonna take my other car out of town. And I was like, you know what, let me just keep driving it, because I missed the car. I said, let me keep driving it and hope that a light comes on, so it'll give me a reason not to take the car out of town. I kept driving it. I took it to some of my crazy roads where I can go act like a hooligan, and no lights came on. And I said, all right, I'm gonna take this thing out of town. So I took it all the way to DC, and again, I'm here now. There are no lights, no check engine, nothing crazy. The car worked as it did before. So, you know, I'm happy, because this is a cheap fix. This was $14. I was gonna pay for one part, I thought initially that they got, if they would have gotten the right part, like $200 and something, because that's what they charged me for the negative post one. It was like $230 or something like that. That's what Toyota was charging me, and I think Subaru was charging me like $200. So $200 to $13 for easy swap. I was like, dude, this is great. Like, this will hold me over. It's again, I've already taken this car to DC and back a couple of weeks ago, and I've driven it ever since, and I'm back in DC again. No issues to report at this time. So what I'm saying is, this is more of like a public service announcement for those of you who make mistakes like that, who blow that fuse, because I think what's going on that positive post, before anything blows a fuse, that will get blown first. If I don't know, somebody can correct me, whoever's a mechanic. I think that fuse will be blown first, but maybe it's just because I was messing with the battery, and the fuses are right there, and it's like a protectant from what it protects the fuses from what I read, at least. But again, for those of you who are mechanics in the comment section, you can feel free to elaborate, or, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. But anyways, what I'm trying to tell you guys is, for those of you who got the 86 platform, the GR type, or the BRZ, for that matter, you can go get a part from AutoZone that is like 12 or 13 bucks. Basically the same price as the YouTube video I watched, and he bought his from a Subaru store, Subaru dealer, and he got his, but it was for an older model vehicle. So, and it was different ampage. I believe it was lower than the GR platform. So this one's a little bit higher. And again, like I said, I have no issues. All my lights work, everything works. No airbags deployed, nothing crazy, no check engine light. So I figured I'd make this video just to kind of show you guys, like, you know, if you run into that issue and you see a whole relay out on your fuse box and you have no power steering or anything like that, it's most likely the positive fuse that sits on the positive post of the battery. You check that out, you'll look at it, it'll look blown, and then you can replace it at AutoZone, no problem. So I did all the hard work for you. Don't panic and just go to AutoZone, replace the part, and you should be good to go. But with that being said, fellas, that's all I got. I am going to go get me something to eat so I can watch some YouTube and chill before I go to work tomorrow. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate all the support that I've been getting so far. I'll see y'all guys in the next one. Peace.